Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we create visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your application. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential application, and let's go right into the overall dimensions. Overall dimensions I have here at 26 feet by 9 foot 10 inches. I have a height of this lower beam here at 8 foot off the finished floor, and then also 8 foot 6 to the top of this joist here. And I do have these joists with an opening of 2 foot 1/8 of an inch from inside edge to inside edge, or center to center at 2 foot 1 7/8 from center to center. There is this corrugated see-through roof line, and you can see that I have this at a slope here. Now I'm assuming that that is only sloped off of a flat structure here, so if that's not, in the structure itself is actually at a slope, then we need to adjust some of this information. Let's see if there's anything else. These posts I have at 8 foot 6 center to center, and I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and see what type of heaters we could put in here. Let me go ahead and turn off those dimensions. Now, one thing you might notice here is this umbrella here. They want to heat up this space here. So in order to use a heater, you need to most likely either lower the umbrella and make sure that you are meeting those clearances to combustibles, or eliminate the umbrella completely. So I'm going to eliminate it for this application. Just due to the fact that I don't believe I can place a heater in here with that umbrella in here whatsoever. So you'd have to remove the whole entire umbrella, including the post here. Let's go ahead and look at possibility of placing a 4,000 watt unit here. And I should also mention, they did say that they did not want to heat up the center portion of the patio here, just the left side and right side. However, you're going to see that I am going to heat up some of this space here, even though that's not something that they want. The reason why is, you can see here I placed one slimline heater here in the center of the two joists coming across here, and you can see that the clearances above the heater, let's see here, here we go, top clearance here. So you can see that meeting the clearances from left to right here. This is 6 inches from this edge to the outer edge of the clearance zone, and also 6 inches from the top of the heater to any combustible above. So we're meeting those clearances using the OEM brackets. Now these OEM brackets can be adjusted along this groove here in the top of the unit, so that you can meet up with your these top joists going across this direction here. Now you may have to finagle or move it slightly to meet the space, or you may even have to put a block between the two in order to support that. It just depends. There are minimums and maximums that you can slide this back and forth, and same with this side here. Now you can see I have the junction box located on the right hand side. You may want that junction box on the left hand side here, and but when you do use that, then there is a minimum distance that it can go to this edge here. It cannot be mounted on this side here of the junction box, so bear that in mind. And then also the clearance below the heater, it needs to be maintained at 18 inches from this edge to any combustibles on the left, right, and front and back. And you can see I moved it 18 inches exactly from this edge here to this supporting post, beam here. You could move it, more centered, but I was trying to reach more of this edge here rather than over here. However, when you look at the overall heat ray, let's go ahead and turn that on. You'll see that you're getting a very good coverage throughout the whole span. I was, again, just focusing on this space over here. Now, the reason why I have the units where I do, and you can see that I've had them placed one in from this space here, so going into the second zone, and then from there 2, 3, 4, and number 5 over here. And then same with this, we got one open here. This one here is where heater's at, and then 3, 4, and 5 again. We get really good overlapping rays throughout the whole entire span. Now, if I did move this particular unit, I would want to move it just one span over here, and you can see that we have good coverage completely over here. You got a lot of overlapping rays. So the two 4,000 watt slimline units would be more than adequate to heat up this space here. Same with this. If you didn't want to heat up any of this space in between, again, moving this heater here from this location to this location would give you that very more intense coverage right through here. So that's something that can be done. Again, you can see that the post umbrella here is actually an issue, so that really needs to be addressed. You cannot place that umbrella there. You know, you can see that we can move that whole patio structure, or excuse me, the patio dining space here to the left, and we would miss that clearance issue. So that's something you can do, is move the table itself. And I'm not exactly sure where this table is placed. I just have it pretty much in the center between these two beams here. All right, so what is another option here? Let's go ahead and turn that off and look at what else we could do. If you wanted something a little bit hotter, then you could go with the CD model. The CD 6024, 6,000 watt, 240 volts. When you place this on the ceiling, point it straight down to the ground, you only need 6 inches of clearance. So the same exact situation is here. You got the 6 inches of clearance. However, the only other issue is that these are fixed positioned brackets. So you'd have to definitely put a block between these joists going across here and also over here. So just bear that in mind. Other than that, I have them placed exactly the same as I did before. And looking at the clearances above the heaters, you can see that we are meeting the clearances above the heaters with this distance that I showed here before. So keep that in mind. And let's go ahead and look at the intensity of this ray. The intensity of this ray is much hotter than the 4,000 watt units. They're designed for a little bit higher of an application. So I would say that this is probably too hot, but if you're looking for a lot of heat and you're in a colder environment and you're willing to go with a control system, then the 6,000 watt units would probably be suitable for that. But you got to use a control system with a 6,000 watt unit. Many people believe that hotter units just help in making the environment warmer, but the truth of it is that the intensity is so hot that sitting underneath the heater itself, you actually feel too warm, like you're baking in an oven. So that's why I would highly recommend the 4,000 watts units, or at least 6,000 watt units with a control system on it. But here you can see we got really good coverage, and you definitely not want to move these over so that there's too much overlapping here on the left side and right side. I would keep them at this distance apart from each other. So, all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, we're not monetized. YouTube does not promote us unless we can get thumbs up from our viewers, and we truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.